You wake up in the middle of the night, thirsty and disoriented. The room is pitch black and you grope blindly in the dark, stubbing your toe on the edge of the dresser. You hiss in pain, but when you look down, you see your dog walking perfectly, avoiding every obstacle. While we stumble and bump into walls, our dogs move with effortless confidence. It feels like they have a map of the house memorized, or perhaps they are using their whiskers. But the truth is, their eyes are biologically engineered to transform darkness into light. To understand this strange superpower, we have to look past human vision. We need to explore the anatomy of the canine eye and the physics of light reflection. And here to guide us through the dark is Sherlock. When we compare human sight to dog sight, it is a story of trade-offs. Humans evolved as diurnal creatures, optimized for bright sunlight, sharp details, and rich colors. Dogs, however, evolved as crepuscular hunters, built to move and track prey in low light. Because of these evolutionary adaptations, your dog can navigate in light levels 5 times lower than you can. What feels like absolute darkness to a human eye is, to a dog, a dimly lit world filled with visible shapes, motion, and contrast. The secret to this low-light sensitivity lies in a specialized structure at the back of the canine eye. This is the tapetum lucidum, a biological mirror that gives light a second pass over their retina. When light enters a human eye, it passes through the retina and is absorbed by the dark tissue behind it. In a dog's eye, the light passes through the retina and strikes the tapetum lucidum. This highly reflective layer bounces the light directly back through the retina a second time. Think of it as a double exposure. By reflecting the light back, the tapetum lucidum gives the light-sensitive cells in the retina a second opportunity to capture the photons. This double pass amplifies the available light, turning dim shadows into readable signals. This reflective mirror is the reason your dog's eyes seem to glow in the dark when struck by a flashlight or car headlights. That ghostly eyeshine is not the eye producing light, it is the literal reflection of the incoming light bouncing off the mirror at the back of their eye. This mirror was vital for their wolf ancestors. Wolves are crepuscular, meaning they are most active at dawn and dusk, when prey is moving and light levels are low. Having a built-in night vision amplifier allowed them to track movement when prey was most vulnerable. But this night vision superpower comes with a cost. In biology, you rarely get something for nothing, and the canine eye had to trade sharpness and detail to achieve such extreme low-light sensitivity. A retina contains two main types of photoreceptors: cones for detail and color, and rods for light sensitivity and motion detection. A dog's retina is dominated by rod cells, packing millions of these highly sensitive detectors together while leaving very little room for cones. Because of this rod dominance and the scattering of reflected light from the mirror layer, a dog's night vision is quite fuzzy. They see the shape of the chair and the motion of a toy, but they cannot read print or resolve fine details. Their world is high contrast but low resolution. What they lose in sharpness, they gain in motion detection. Rod cells process changes in light very quickly. This makes dogs incredibly sensitive to movement. A rabbit sitting perfectly still in the dark might be invisible, but the moment it twitches a single whisker, the dog's brain flags the movement instantly. On average, a dog's visual acuity is about 20/75. This means what a human with normal vision can see clearly from 75 feet away, a dog needs to be 20 feet away to resolve. In the dark, this sharpness drops even lower, relying almost entirely on contrast and motion. Another common myth is that dogs see in black and white, especially in the dark. But the cones they do possess allow them to see a specific dichromatic color spectrum even in low light. Dogs have two types of color cones, whereas humans have three. This gives them dichromatic vision, similar to red-green color blindness in humans. They process the world in shades of blue, yellow, and gray. Red and green objects simply appear as shades of gray or brown. In the dark, this color spectrum remains active. A blue toy on a dark rug stands out clearly to your dog because the color blue is within their visible spectrum. A red toy, however, blends into the gray shadows, making it much harder for them to find. Because of this color limit, dogs rely heavily on brightness contrast. A white toy on dark grass is far easier for them to track than a green or red toy. When choosing toys for night play, picking colors that align with their blue-yellow spectrum makes a massive difference. It is also important to remember that vision is only one tool in their sensory arsenal. In the dark, dogs combine their night vision with their powerful sense of smell and their acoustic hearing, building a rich, multi-sensory map of their surroundings. As handlers, understanding how our dogs see in the dark helps us protect them. By adjusting our gear and our walking habits, we can support their unique night vision while keeping them safe in human-dominated environments. First, use high-contrast toys. When playing fetch at dusk or night, choose toys that are bright blue, yellow, or white. Avoid red, green, or dark orange toys as these blend directly into the dark gray landscape, causing your dog to rely on smell rather than sight. Second, wear reflective gear. Because dogs have low visual acuity, they struggle to resolve fine details of fast-moving objects like cars. Equip your dog with high-contrast, reflective collars and harnesses to ensure they are visible to drivers and other pedestrians. Third, respect transition times. While a dog's eye adapts quickly to darkness thanks to their large pupil size, moving suddenly from a brightly lit room to a pitch-black yard still requires a moment for their eyes to adjust. Give them a few seconds to adjust before letting them run. Fourth, provide stable indoor lighting. If you have an older dog whose vision is starting to fade, avoid leaving them in pitch darkness. Place dim nightlights in key hallways or near their water bowl to help them navigate safely and prevent disorientation. Fifth, monitor changes. If your dog suddenly hesitates to enter dark rooms, stumbles on stairs at night, or seems anxious during night walks, consult your vet. Early changes in night vision can point to age-related degeneration or treatable medical issues. By understanding the science of what your dog sees in the dark, you transform the night from a place of confusion into a space of shared exploration. You learn to trust their eyes and they learn to trust your guide. If you want more calm, science-backed canine explainers like this, consider subscribing to our channel. We unpack one dog behavior mystery at a time, helping you build a deeper, more empathetic connection with your companion. Because at the end of the day, sharing our lives with dogs is about appreciating the unique ways they experience the world. It's about honoring their strange superpowers and walking beside them in the dark with confidence. This video is for general educational purposes. Every dog is unique. If your pet shows signs of night blindness, chronic disorientation, or eye pain, work with your vet or a certified professional to support their health.